Hey guys. So I wanted to just highlight the major points of the Reiki lineage in depth. I've got my source material together. One is the International House of Reiki, and the other is the International Center for Reiki Training. Both were founded by citizens of the United States. However, both do trace their lineage back to Dr. Mikao Usui. So, looking at the International House of Reiki's lineage chart, when Usui was in Japan around the turn of the century, he started three main branches of schools. One was the Usui Reiki Ryo, the other was the Komyo Reiki Kai, and the last one was the Gendai Reiki Ho. From this, you could see the succession from each of the branches, and there is some crossover. For instance, Kanichi Takatomi trained in two of the schools, the Gendai Reiki Ho and the Usui Reiki Ryo. And Takatomi's name comes up too. He was one of the first students trained by in Reiki by Usui Sensei. In the International Center for Reiki Training, they have more of a simple chart. But so the International House of Reiki says Usui is the founder of all of these three lineages, which is historically correct. I've researched multiple different sources and talked to other people in the community who have done their research as well, and they all have concurred that he is the founder. Takatomi and then another man named Chujiro were Usui's immediate students who were prominent and had a broader outreach than some of the other people, and they went on to continue to practice Reiki and make waves. This chart I'm going to show you just because it's more simple and it's not a list. Oh, it should reflect. I'm looking at it, it's backwards now. But at the top you have Usui, then you have Chujiro and Takatomi, who both went on to teach their own students. Now, this is the woman that a lot of people talk about who brought it to the West, Mrs. Hawayo Takata. She taught Reiki in Hawaii, and it's because of her teachings and school in Hawaii which allowed Reiki to come to the West. So, blessings to them for following the path of light and giving us such wisdom. There's a lot of different schools of Reiki out there. I've trained in these two. One thing I'll say about my school is I've done a lot of other types of energy work other than Reiki. So when I do a Reiki session, I'm bringing in a lot of energy. And I have very, very competitive prices, if not outright way less than all the other schools out there. So let me know if you're interested in training, and if you have any questions, let me know. Leave them down in the comments.